Young Brownie came up through the ranks as a junior. They move up to the traps. Go, they're racing, out they come, and there's a little bit of a scramble there, and getting away quickly was Stevens, followed out by Hanson and Brown. As they go into the first corner, it's Stevens the leader. Outside of him is Hanson. Brown has dropped back now to sit in 5th place at the moment, but that's Stevens of Raymond Terrace the leader. Hanson sitting in 2nd spot to him. That's a club mate at this stage. Up the hill they come, and Stevens, who looked good in practice, doing it well too. Round the corner he comes, and that's Stevens on the 44, Hanson there. The rider on the 9, followed by Craig Brown, and that boy on the 9 is Glenn Punch, also of Raymond Terrace. Into the right-hander now goes the leader. That's Stevens away here from... that's a change there. Is that Hanson still in 2nd place? That's Punch lying 3rd, and then Brown is behind him. Up the hill they come. Into the pit corner goes Stevens, leading away pretty well indeed. Stevens leading here from Hanson, followed by Glenn Punch. Then comes Brown from Leon Wood. Then the rider on the 84 and the 61. The 84 is ridden by, let's have a look, that's young Beggs. I've never seen him around very much at all. And the rider on the 61, of course, is Paul Nielsen. 1 lap to go, and it's Stevens the leader. Stevens from Hanson, followed by Glenn Punch, then coming Craig Brown from Leon Wood. Then Paul Nielsen, who's just inside the rider on the 84, and that's Beggs. Stevens still in control. Hanson under a bit of pressure from Glenn Punch. But up the hill comes the leader. The checkered flag will be out on this occasion, and Stevens opens the day with a good win. Stevens first, 2nd place will go to Hanson, 3rd place then to Punch, 4th spot then will go to Craig Brown, 5th place to Beggs, 6th place then goes to Nielsen, but we only wanted the first 4, I believe. Now let's have a look at Heat 2, Event 2. Out they come. John Orrish got away well, but rider really going out there was the rider on the 64, and that's young Craig Watt. Watt in the red leathers leads away now. There's a rider getting away very poorly, and that's the rider on 150, and Rory O'Hara, who does not have the best of luck. A very talented young rider, young Rory O'Hara, but something went wrong at the start. But that's Craig Watt, the leader. Craig Watt in the all red leathers leading away here from John Orrish. Orrish coming down the straightaway in 2nd place. Then the 23 going up there is Barnes. But it's Watt the leader. Craig Watt leading away here pretty comfortably too. John Orrish in 2nd place, the rider from Raymond Terrace. Watt the leader. Then Orrish, followed by the 149 of Cullinan. Then behind him comes the rider on 23, that's Barnes. So it's Watt leading away. Watt in the all red leathers. Orrish a long way back now, an almost similar distance then to the 3rd rider, and that's Callanan. The rider on 16 making some progress there too. Fitzpatrick, 1 to go. Watt away from Orrish, followed by Callanan, and then Fitzpatrick. Then comes the 550 from the 19. That's Mulrooney. And we've got Rory O'Hara making a great heap of ground after getting away to a pretty poor start. 244 at the tail of the field there is Gale, but the leader here now and winner, Watt first. 2nd place to Barnes. 3rd place to Orrish, 4th to Callanan, and 5th place to Fitzpatrick, and that's the one that doesn't count. Riders moving forward, ready for the start. A pretty big field, this one. Out they go. Good even start too. And Kelly Cullen got away well. 112 was out there with him, and that's Leanne Cox, and L. Cox it is, not Leanne, it's L. Cox. So that's Kerry Cullen, the leader. Cullen has skipped away, the youngster from Wallsend, ran 3rd in Tasmania in a junior championship, did Cullen. And he's certainly got some talent. tucked away there, and he's leading away comfortably here. From the 35 and the 112. The rider on the 35 is Pryor. The 112 is Cox, and behind him in the red leathers is Primer. There's Primer going up to move into third spot now. And the other Wall's End rider there, that looks like Etheridge is making some progress too. But it's Cullen the leader. Cullen away here, and not having the easiest of rides. The other rider there on the 35, that's Pryor starting to get to him, then Primer, followed by Etheridge, and the rest of the field is completely and utterly spread out. But it's Cullen the leader from Pryor, followed then by Primer and Etheridge, the other Wall's End rider behind him. There, 1-2 on. There's Cullen, made a bad change there. Cullen up the hill, coming right at him there now is Pryor. Oh, and Pryor's underneath him, took him completely. Rode right underneath him. Oh, boy. But that's Pryor the leader. Pryor away from Primer. Young Etheridge up and getting on again. At least Cullen, he's okay, is young Kerry Cullen, but Pryor is the leader now. From Primer, followed by Etheridge. Into the left-hander they go here, and it's Pryor the leader. He'll come to the line. Pryor first, Primer second. Third place then will go to Etheridge on the 56, and fourth place will go to the 112 of Cox. Well, now, having successfully completed that repair, let's get back to event 4, and that's Gleeson away out in front from 29. Gleeson the leader. 29 is Eilert sitting in second place at the moment. Then comes the rider on 71, and that's Clough. He's followed by the 127 of Walker, and behind Walker comes the rider on 32, and that's Fitzpatrick. Up the hill, and still Gleeson the leader. Gleeson still leading away comfortably. Gleeson from 29 in second place is Eilert. Gleeson the leader from Eilert. Followed then by Clough sitting in third place at the moment, but the red letters of Gleeson coming up very comfortably there as they come into the pit corner. It will be a bit difficult later on with all these red leathers out there, but that's Gleeson away from Eilert. There goes the 71, still hanging on to third place, and that's Clough. There's some real pressure going on there for the minor placings, but Gleeson still the leader. Eilert starting to apply the pressure now and call the tune. He's trying to go round the outside of Gleeson. Gleeson hung on, coming up the hill. It's Gleeson, Eilert, then Clough. Followed by Walker on the 127, but it's Gleeson first. Eilert second, Clough third, and then 127. Gleeson on the 41 first. 29, Eilert second, 71 was Clough third, and 127 was Walker in fourth place. Let's have a look now here at the 500cc. Skips away well there. That looks like Ted of Gunnedah going with him, but it's Lambourne. No, he went into the corner well. Comes back at him again. That's Ted the leader from Lambourne. This is the 500cc C grade. First four to event 11. And Lambourne trying very hard to get to him, but 94 Ted is the leader. This is Ted of Gunnedah. He's gone very wide. Lambourne up on the inside of him. Then 04 and 21. 04 is Carr, and the 21 is McMahon. Yep. No problems at all for the leader at the moment. That's Lambourne. He's gone to the front now. He's gone past Ted. Lambourne the leader on 145. Tid sitting in second place on the 94, followed by the 04, then the 372 getting up there, and the 372 is ridden by Searle. Lambourne of Taree, the leader, followed by Tid of Gunnedah, then behind him the 04 of Carr, followed by the 372 of Searle. Lambourne coming up here with 1 lap to go. Tid under pressure from Carr now, and Carr's gone through. Then the 372, followed by the 21 there of McMahon, and the rest of them spread out with at the tail of the field there. The rider on 9.36 is the Cessnock boy Scott. Lambourne on 145, Lambourne on 145, followed by Carr on the 02, then the 94 of Tid, the 372 were ridden by Searle, and the 21 of McMahon in Tid. Graham Baldwin, Graham Gladys, Kevin Walsh of Taree, David Taylor and Dean Rowe, and out they go. Away very, very quickly from Rowe as they go into the corner here, but Wood has backed off there, and into the corner they dive. That's David Taylor trying to make a forward move there. And where are they all? Gee, there's a lot of scrambling going on there. And Kevin Curtain relegated as they came out, and he's sitting in last place. But look at the scramble going on up front here at the moment, and Scott Wood is attacking on the outside again, but it's Dean Rowe from Graham Baldwin, followed by Scott Wood and then Johnny Foreman. And these are the big shots of dirt track racing out there at the moment, and the pressure is right on. That's Dean Rowe, the leader, from Graham Baldwin, trying to get underneath him. Did so there then. Here's Scott Wood of Wagga driving around the outside. He's picked up 1 place there as they come up the hill. It's Baldwin, the leader. Baldwin away here from Scott Wood, followed then by Dean Rowe. Here's Wood coming round the outside, can't get to it. Then comes John Foreman from Gladys, followed by Walsh, then Tid of Gunnedah, and 211 is Curtain. Down into the corner they go, and it's still Graham Baldwin, the leader. Graham Baldwin leading there from Scott Wood of Wagga. Wood getting down to work now, starting to gather him in as they come up the hill. In third place, sitting there now is, let's have a look, I've missed him, but Wood trying to come around the outside. Baldwin's gone wide. John Foreman in a third spot there from Dean Rowe, followed by Gladys and Walsh. Then comes Tid and Curtain, but it's Baldwin the leader. Graham Baldwin away here from Scott Wood of the Wagga Magpies, followed then by Johnny Foreman. And the interest up front here, Scott Wood is powering it on, but Baldwin hanging on harder still. And it's Baldwin into the corner. Scott Wood making a last throw, trying to get round the outside of him, but Baldwin will win. Baldwin first, Wood second, then John Foreman, followed by Dean Rowe. Walsh, then came Gladys. 154.38 as out they come now for heat 2. Out they come for heat 2. What's that over there? Now let's have a look. That's young Paul Caslick, the leader. Paul Caslick, who gated brilliantly, followed there by Neil Ashman. That's Caslick leading as they come into the corner on the 18 from Neil Ashman. He's followed then by Stephen Davies. Behind him is Michael Poole is followed then on the 46 machine by Craig Boyce of Parramatta City. And down into the right hander they go, and it's still Caslick the leader. There's young Stephen Davies trying hard. He's lost a chain there, I'd say, missed a change. And that allowed Michael Poole, it was, to get up inside him there. Davies coming back again, but it's Caslick the leader. Caslick away here from Neil Ashman, followed by Stephen Davies. The machinery not going well for him. It fluffed a little as it went down the straightaway, and Michael Poole picks him off as they go through the right-hander. But still the leader is Paul Caslick. Caslick the leader from Neil Ashman, followed by Michael Poole of Parramatta City, then Stephen Davies of Wallsend, followed by Craig Boyce. 1 lap to go here, and it's Caslick, Ashman, Davies, Poole, Boyce. Then 20 is Todd Brennan, followed there by the 76, and that's Mappison of Gunnedah. Caslick the leader, Caslick from Ashman. followed by Davies. The machinery starting to go now. Obviously a little bit cold. Round the corner they come, and it's still Kaslik the leader. Kaslik will win from Ashman, followed by Davies, then Michael Poole. And then came 20 Todd Brennan of St George and 76 Mappison, and out come the Trikes. One minute 51.61, the time for the winner, Paul Kaslik, 1:51.61. And this is the first round of the under 200cc Trikes. And what have we got? A pretty big field here as the Trikes come up the hill for the first time. Let's have a look at the leader here. And the lead rider is on the 61 from the 80 and the 26. Now the 61 is ridden by Carney, the 80 by Sheriff, and the 26 by Handsaker. Now he's a pretty top performer, this Handsaker. I've seen him ride around here a few times, and he handles it very well. But at the moment, it's 61 the leader. Gee, there's some scrambling going on here at the moment. 61 leading as they go down into the corner, but there's a challenge. Oh boy, going right around the outside of him was Sheriff on the 80. Up the hill they come, and there's been some changes here. The pressure going on now as the machinery gets warm, and so too the riders. Now it's the 26 rider leading at the moment, and that's Handsaker, followed by the 61 and the 80. The 61 is ridden by Carney, and the 80 ridden by Sheriff. 26 the leader. 26 is Handsaker. 61 sitting in second place at the moment is Carney, followed by the 80. That's driven by Sherritt. Then the 22 behind him. Checkered flag coming out. 26, 61 and 80. 1, 2 and 3. 7 for the first heat or first round of the Trikes. Now the restricted licence holders. Round 1. Wiltshire away quickly, followed out there by Lee Watling. Behind him came David Griffin. Then Jamie Nolan sitting up there in fourth spot at the moment. Down into the corner they go, and it's Wiltshire the leader. Wiltshire away here from Watling, followed then by David Griffin. Todd Wiltshire of Wallsend, Watling of Wallsend. David Griffin of Raymond Terrace, then Jamie Nolan, 102, the 54, the 102 rider is Beggs, the 54 is ridden by Glenn Foreman. Then came the 300 behind him, ridden by Blair, and last of all at this stage is the 170 of Halliday. But it's Wiltshire the leader, the current Australian junior champion. Todd Wiltshire of Wallsend from Lee Watling, followed by David Griffin. Then comes Jamie Nolan. Little rider down here on 170 is Halliday. He's up and okay. Little fella from the Mayfield Club. Good work. Now, Todd Wiltshire. Watling. There's Jamie Nolan going up underneath David Griffin. Halliday's got going again. But it's still Wiltshire the leader. Wiltshire away from Watling, followed by Jamie Nolan. Now David Griffin has fallen down here in the corner. He's okay though, the checkered flag is out. It's Wiltshire first, Watling second. Third place goes to Jamie Nolan of Cessnock. Hanson, Stevenson, Watt. Watt goes into the corner, comes out of it first. There's 2 riders down. 2 down. Both okay. Now Watt is the leader as they come up the hill here from Hanson, followed then by Orish. Watt, Hanson, Orish, Stevens, Brown. Brown and Callanan. And the rider on the number 9, he's sitting in there breaking them up. That's young Glenn Punch. But there's no doubt about the leader. This is Craig Watt, followed by Hanson, then Orich and Raymond Terrace. Then Stevens. Behind him comes Glenn Punch at the tail of the field there. There's, let's have a look. That's Craig Brown sitting in second last spot at the moment. Watt the leader in the prominent red overalls, followed then by Hanson of Raymond Terrace, Stevens of Raymond Terrace, Orich of Raymond Terrace, then Glenn Punch of Raymond Terrace, Craig Brown of Wallsend, Callanan of Maitland, and the other riders not taking any further part, although they're both okay. Craig Watt is the leader. Watt coming up the hill now, a very comfortable leader in this event. He got away well, went into the corner well, the first corner, and that's where it was won. But it's Watt the leader and winner. Watt first, second place will go to Hanson, third place to Stevens, fourth to Orich, fifth to Brown. Tea and coffee, ice cold cans of Coca-Cola, away they go. Car got away well from Lambourne. Red flag is out. A red flag is out, gentlemen, corner stewards, would you watch it? Gleeson, Lambourne and Carr, and Etheridge behind him as they go into the corner. It's Gleeson in the red leathers from Lambourne, Carr on the outside. There's Carr going, but no, there's a red flag again. Ah, there it is, away it goes, and that's a good even start too. Lambourne away well, so too was Carr, followed by Gleeson and Etheridge. Into the corner goes the Taree lad as the leader. That's Lambourne of Taree. Leading away here from Carr, followed there by Gleeson. Behind him comes Etheridge. That's Tid in the black jumper, white helmet, sitting back in about 7th place at the moment, the rider from Gunnedah. But the leader is Lambourne. Lambourne of Taree, away here from Carr on the 04, followed by Gleeson, Etheridge, 73.72. No doubt about the leader. That's Lambourne on 145, Carr on the 04, the 41 is Gleeson, 56 is Etheridge, then 372 is the next rider. 372. That's two on the outside. No change, Lambourne still leading. Lambourne the leader, that's Carr, keeping him very, very honest at the moment is Carr. He's not allowing Lambourne 1 ounce of breathing space at all, and he charges at him on the inside. Lambourne hangs on though, it's Lambourne from Carr, followed by Gleeson. Then coming Etheridge from Tid, followed then by Searle, and the rest of them well and truly tailed off. But it's Lambourne the leader. Lambourne from Carr, and Carr really applying the pressure to Lambourne. He charges at him here. Lambourne kicks away again as they come into the corner. The checkered flag was out. Lambourne will be happy to see it. Down the straightaway he comes, and it's Lambourne first, Carr second. Third place to Gleeson, then comes Etheridge from Tid, followed by Searle. They come, and Ashman got away from the good pool. Kaslik on the inside went well too, and Foreman a little slow to move, and he's down. There's riders everywhere. There are riders everywhere. I'll keep an eye on the steward here. I don't know, they look to be all right, all of them. No, we've got one rider down. I'll watch. The steward has the red flag out. The steward has the red flag out. No, he's got a chance again. Yes, they're away. Kaslik away from Foreman, followed by Craig Boyce, and then behind him came Neil Ashman, but it's Kaslik the leader. Kaslik from Foreman, followed by, that's Neil Ashman, then Craig Boyce of Parramatta City. Paul Caslick of Wallsend, the leader. Up the hill he comes, and it's Caslick away here from Foreman. That's Neil Ashman sitting in third spot from Craig Boyce of Parramatta City. Then Dean Rowers behind him. Coming round the outside here, and a great flourish is Stephen Davies, followed there by Michael Poole. There's Graham Baldwin trying to get into the Act 2. Stephen Davies barrelling into the corner there, ducked in underneath Craig Boyce almost, but it's Caslick the leader. Caslick away here from Foreman, followed by Ashman. Steve Davies is down, he's right though. He's okay. Steve Davies is down, but he's right. Round the corner they come, and Caslick is the leader. Caslick from Ashman going up there underneath Foreman as they went into the corner. Foreman back on him again here, and he tightened it up there, and that's great riding by both of those. There's Ashman and Foreman shoulder to shoulder as they go into the corner. But it's Caslick the leader. Caslick away here from Ashman, followed by Foreman. Then coming Craig Boyce from Michael Poole, followed by Graham Baldwin. Caslick the leader. Caslick, Ashman, there's Foreman from Poole, followed by Boyce. Then comes Graham Baldwin, and all the heavies are up front here at the moment, but it's Caslick. Caslick the leader. Paul Caslick of Wallsend hanging on there. Neil Ashman barrelling into the corner, gets his head down, bum up, and tries to gather back some of that ground, but with 1 lap to go from here, it's Caslick the leader. Caslick from Ashman, followed by Foreman. Then coming Craig Boyce from Graham Baldwin. Then Scott Wood of Wagga from Dean Rowe, followed by Michael Poole, who got into some bother, and Todd Brennan taking no further part. But the leader is Caslick. Paul Caslick of Wallsend. Checkered flag is out. Round the pit corner they come, and it's Caslick. Caslick from Ashman. Oh, and a tight one that. Out they go. That's a good even start. Stevens away well on, but Carr went out like a rocket. Carr went out like a rocket, followed by Gleeson in the first set of Redditor. There's Riders down. Stevens is down. Yes, he's down, but Carr is the leader. Carr away here as they come up the hill from Gleeson. Can't pick up that third rider at the moment. The fourth rider is Lambourne, but down the straight they come, and it's Carr from Gleeson, followed by Oris, then Lambourne from Hanson, then Watt. Carr the leader. Carr is the leader, and he's doing it very well too. He's been riding quite forcefully here. He's from the Bankstown Wiley Park Club, and Carr the leader. Coming into the corner here in front of Gleeson, followed by Oris of Raymond Terrace, then Lambourne of Carley, followed by Watt. Then comes Etheridge and Glen Punch. Then second last is Craig Brown, and last of all is the rider from Gunnedah, but there's a couple more down there, including Gleeson. But up the hill comes the leader, the Bankstown Wiley Park rider Carr, followed by Gleeson of Raymond Terrace. In this C-grade final, it's Carr, the BWP rider. From Gleeson, Oris, Lambourne, Watt, Hanson, and Glen Punch. Searle is on the 372, followed by Brown, and then comes Tid of Gunnedah, and last of all is Etheridge. Carr of Bankstown Wiley Park. Very famous colours, this club. The white with a blue diamond. And that's Carr the leader. Carr from Gleeson, followed by Oris, then Lambourne. Behind him in the red leathers is Watt, followed by Hanson. There goes Glen Punch, trying to gain a place here as they go into the corner. But it's all over, I'd say. Carr has a commanding lead here. Checkered flag will come out, and the Bankstown Wiley Park rider will take out the 500cc C-grade final. Carr the winner from Gleeson, followed by Oris, Lambourne, Watt, then Hanson. Out they come. And Tid away well from Mappison. Tid from Mappison. There's Mappison going to the front now on the green leathers, white sleeves. Mappison of Gunnedah. That's Graham Gladys getting up there with him, sitting in second spot as he goes around the outside of Tid. Up the hill they come, and gee, they're scrambled up here. Here's Michael Poole coming into the picture too. But there's the leader, Gladys, going. Oh, there's Poole right around the outside of them. Poole, the leader from Gladys, followed by Matheson. Then comes Kid from Curtain, followed at the tail of the field by Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta City. But the lead rider, Michael Poole of Parramatta City, followed by Graham Gladys of Raymond Terrace. The green machine belongs to Barry Mappison of Gunnedah. Then Kevin Curtin. Behind him comes Ted of Gunnedah. But Michael Poole, the leader, from Gladys, Mappison, Curtin, Ted, then Walsh of Taree, and at the tail of the field here, Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta. Parramatta first and Parramatta last at the moment. Up the hill they come, and this youngster from Parramatta lives out at Lethbridge Park, does Michael Poole. Gladys, Mappison, Curtin, Ted from Walsh, Kevin Walsh of Taree, and Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta City. Michael Poole in the blue leathers, or blue overalls, yellow helmet, coming up the hill now. And Poole goes into the corner with a little over a lap to go. Has a look back, quite comfortable. From Gleeson, at least Gladys, followed by Mappison, then Curtin. Ted is behind him, then Walsh, then Cahoon. Michael Poole of Parramatta. Poole first, Gladys second, Mappison third, Curtain fourth, Ted in fifth place. Then, right, they start to run. Lawrence away well from Zaka, followed by Woodhead. But it's Lawrence of Raymond Terrace, the leader, from Ron Zaka. There's Stephen Burdis going up there into third place, the Parramatta City rider, followed there by Ron Zaka. That's Woodhead sitting in second spot at the moment, the rider from Gunnedah. Up the hill they come, and it's Lawrence the leader. Lawrence leading away here pretty comfortably too as well. There's a charge there by Burdis, but Woodhead hung on, followed by Zaka. Then the rider on 177 is Muldoon, and Ahern of Panorama. That's the club up near Bathurst. And it's nice to have visitors all the way down from the Panorama Club. But the leader is the Raymond Terrace rider, Jeffrey Lawrence, followed by Gunnedah's Darryl Woodhead, and then Parramatta's... Oh, and there goes Taylor again! That's twice he's been off today. He is hopeless. The rider on 229 is Botel and Sampson of Maitland, but Stephen Burdis has lost his passenger, Rob Taylor. Was it Grant Rowe? It's G. Rowe? No, I'm not certain. Let's have a look at it though. But here's Lawrence. Lawrence with one to go from Darryl Woodhead. Lawrence from Woodhead, followed by Zaka. Then coming the Panorama combination there. On the 177, Muldoon and Ahern. Then comes Botel. Checkered flag is out. A good win to Jeffrey Lawrence of Raymond Terrace. Lawrence. Second place goes to Woodhead, Darryl Woodhead. There they go. They've started now. All arrived there, away they go. A bit of a scramble at the start. Coming out quickly, followed out by Hassan. Mark Eaton got away a bit slowly, and so too did Quittenden. But it's Bond the leader. Bond leading away here. Hassan sitting in second place at the moment. And then Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne. Up the hill they come. And it's Bond the leader. Bond and Gavin Locke. Followed there by Hassan and passenger from Gunnedah. There's Eaton coming round the outside of him. Alf Osborne got a kick on the head as they came around the corner. Then And then the rider on 51, 5-1 is Kevin Doyle. But it's Bond the leader. Grant Bond leading away in the Bond Racing Team colours. Grant Bond followed there by Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne as they come up the hill there, the pairing from Mayfield. Grant Bond the leader. There's Eaton trying to go round the outside of him. He's gone very, very wide indeed, and that's allowed Hassan to get a little closer to him, but Bond is the leader. Bond away here, followed by Hassan, then Crittenden and Doyle in that order. Into the corner they go, and it's still young Grant Bond the leader. He's leading away here from Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne, followed by Hassan of Gunnedah, then Crittenden of Maitland and Doyle. And up the hill they come now, and there's plenty of pressure going on in this one, I'll tell you. And Grant Bond is still hanging on. Bond the leader as they come into the corner here. There's Eaton looking for the inside now, and that's the smartest move. Going round the outside is a bit crazy. You've got to gain at least 3 lengths to do that. But Bond is the leader. Bond the leader as they go into the corner. Eaton trying to get inside him, does so now. Eaton drives in underneath him there as they go through the right-hander. Up the hill they come, and it's Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne away from Bond and Gavenlock, followed by Hassan of Gunnedah, then Crittenden, and last of all is Doyle. Round the pit corner they come. Checkered flag is out, and it's Eaton first. Eaton on Bond, followed by Hassan, Crittenden and Doyle. Trade. Out they come. Glenn Punch got away well. So too did the rider on the 21. Boyce went with him very, very quickly. But it's Boyce away from McMahon. There goes Rory Cahoon up there wanting to do something about it too. Rory O'Hara at least. And O'Hara at last has got away to a good start. But it's Boyce the leader. Boyce away from O'Hara now as they come up the hill. Followed there by McMahon sitting in 3rd place at this stage. Glenn Punch going after him as they come into the corner. Craig Boyce, the current 125 champion of Australia, out in front there. From Rory O'Hara in the green leathers, white sleeves. Sitting in 3rd place is Glenn Punch. Behind him comes McMahon on the 21, a rider down, but he's right. He's okay, no real hassles. That's John Orish, the rider that's fallen, but Craig Boyce is the leader. The rider from Parramatta, the little fellow who is currently the 125cc champion of Australia. That's Rory O'Hara under challenge from Glenn Punch now, then McMahon behind him, followed by the 71, that's Clough. Clough on the 71, but O'Hara trying hard there, but Punch gets up inside him. There's a little over a lap to go now. Boyce the leader from Punch, followed by O'Hara. Then comes McMahon, followed by Clough. The rider on 73 is Rowe. That's Grant Rowe. But it's Craig Boyce on the 46. Glenn Punch on the 9. And it's all over. Boyce will take it out. Craig Boyce from Glenn Punch, followed by Rory O'Hara. Then comes McMahon from Clough, 73 and 34. The 125 A, B and C grade, out they go. Well, 151 got away well, young Martin Doherty, and he's decided to lead the pack into the corner. And it's Martin Doherty of Wallsend, the leader. Now that's Rodney Cahoon sitting in 3rd place at the moment, and Michael Poole sitting in 2nd spot at this stage. But it's Martin Doherty, the leader. Martin Doherty away from Michael Poole, followed by Cahoon, then Searle. Behind him comes the rider on 29, and that's Eilert. But it's Doherty of Wallsend. Then young Michael Poole, followed by Rodney Cahoon, both of Parramatta. Then Searle, followed by Eilert. Nothing much in it at the moment either. Young Martin Doherty doing it well. He has a look back there to see Poole, who's followed by Cahoon. By gee, the minor placings are really being hotly contested in this one. Searle trying hard to get up there and split up Poole, and Rod Cahoon, and this is giving Martin Doherty a chance to skip away. He's got a little over a lap to go, and Martin Doherty the leader. From Michael Poole, followed by Rod Cahoon, then Searle, behind him is Eilert, followed by the rider on 6 is Gooch, and then comes the 32 of Fitzpatrick. Martin Doherty of Wall's End, and by gee, it'd be nice to see this youngster crack one. Look at the rush going on for the minors, will you? There's Searle going up around Rod Cahoon to go into third place. But here's the checkered flag, and it's Doherty. Look at the scramble for the minors. Poole will be second, Searle third. Voted by the winner. 155.81 as we have a look at round 1, heat 1 of the over 200 trikes. And away quickly goes the 80 from the 185. So that's Sherritt leading away from Lindsley and the 830 of Graham Baldwin. Sherritt the leader. Sherritt from Lindsley, and these are the over 200cc trikes. Down into the corner, they've got some power, these things. Up the hill comes the leader, Sherritt, and he's wasting time for nobody. Sherritt the leader. That's Lindsley gone very, very wide there on the 185, followed by Graham Baldwin. Then comes the 26 of Handsaker. And at the tail of the field on number 11 having some trouble there. But plenty of pressure going on up front here. There's a rider in trouble down there. He's okay though. Just took my eye off the leader for a second, but it's still Sherritt. Sherritt leading away here. That's Baldwin getting closer to him now as they come down the straightaway, followed by Handsaker. And then the rider on number 4 is Hill. But there's Baldwin going out after Sherritt, and he's gone right around the outside of him. Baldwin the leader now from Sherritt, followed by Handsaker. They're 1, 2 and 3, and then comes Hill behind him. Baldwin gone to the front. Baldwin the leader as they come around the pit corner. Followed by Sherritt, then Handsaker on the 26 and Hill on the 4, and the others in trouble. Baldwin the leader in the over 200cc trike event, round 1, heat 1. Checkered flag coming out, and Baldwin a good winner. Baldwin first, second place then to Handsaker, then Sherritt, then out they go. Not a bad start at all. The rider on 74 away well, that's McEwen. Followed by the 30 of O'Carroll, and he's gone up there quickly too. It's McEwen the leader here now from O'Carroll. O'Carroll hooked it beautifully into that right-hander there. He's sliding sideways as he goes down the hill, but it's McEwen still the leader. McEwen leading away here from O'Carroll, and McEwen's going further away too. They're not going to catch this bloke. Gee, he came out of the gate like a rocket. And McEwen the leader from the 97 and the 30. The 97 is Byrne, not O'Carroll. O'Carroll is sitting in third place, but it's McEwen from Byrne, followed by O'Carroll. They're 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Well, McEwen really got it by the throat here as he comes up the hill. Started to hike the left wheel a little bit there though. And McEwen down the straightaway, followed by Byrne. O'Carroll is gone. He spun around a 360. So the 35 moves up there, and that's Houston, goes into third place at the moment. He's lost it again though. I think he's in trouble. But let's get back to the leader, and this is McEwen. That's the 30 of O'Carroll in trouble here. Little over a lap to go, 1 lap from here, and that's the 74 of McEwen, followed by the 97 of Byrne, and then the 35 of Houston, and he's followed by the 22. The lead rider, McEwen, had a look back there. He's in no danger at all. Round the corner he comes, and McEwen comes to the line. Pretty easy winner of round 2 of the trikes, followed home by Byrne on 97. Anyone who hasn't qualified and has one of these machines, we need a water pump for a qualifier. Would you help him? What's your name?
Glen Punch.
Glen Punch, it is. Would you help him? So someone in the pits may well have a water pump off this machine. Glen Punch wants to borrow it. Would you contact him in the pits, please? Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Now let's get back to the restricted licence holders round 2. And let's have a look here. Well, this is Lee Watling, who skipped right away here from Todd Wiltshire, followed by Nolan, then Griffin. Behind him comes the 102, and that's Beggs. But Lee Watling skipped right away here. This is the 80cc. And Watling, the leader here from Todd Wiltshire, followed by Jamie Nolan, then David Griffin. Behind him is Beggs, then Glenn Foreman. But into the corner they come, and still it's Lee Watling. Lee Watling from Todd Wiltshire, followed by Jamie Nolan, David Griffin. Then behind him is Beggs, followed by Glenn Foreman. And look at the tussle going on here between these two Mayfield lads, will you? Oh, gee, they're really at it. And that's where the great thrill and excitement comes. It doesn't matter where you are, but let's have a look at the leaders now. With one to go, it's still Watling. Watling. There goes Wiltshire up to him a little bit closer, followed by Nolan and Griffin. Into the corner they go, and it's Watling still the leader. Watling away here from Wiltshire as they go down into the right-hander. Lee Watling hangs on in front of his clubmate. The Australian champion at the moment is Wiltshire. Up the hill they come, and it's Watling the leader. Watling coming into the corner here now, just in front of Wiltshire. As they come around the corner, it will be Watling first, Wiltshire second, Jamie Nolan third, then David Griffin, followed by Beggs, then Glenn Foreman on the 54. Why they go. Not a bad start either, and coming out here very, very quickly is Neil. Followed out then by Scott Wood on the inside, and the red leathers is Craig Watt. He's gone into the corner a little hard, braked very heavily there. But it's Neil Ashman of Cessnock from Craig Wood of the Wagga Magpies as they go down the hill. There's one bike fluffing badly there. And up the hill they come, and here's Scott Wood having a go at Neil Ashman here as they come into the corner. But it's Neil Ashman, the youngster from Cessnock, away from Scott Wood, putting the pressure on him. And Kevin Walsh and Taree from Car, followed by Casley. Then behind him comes Craig Watt, for he's followed by the black jacket there of Tid of Gunnedah. Then comes Craig Boyce from Warren Furnance, and here's that rider in the red leathers. I'll pick him up in a second or two, but it's Ashman the leader. Ashman away from Scott Wood, who really powered it on there. The likeable little bloke from Wagga. But here's the current New South Wales Speedway champion, Neil Ashman, out in front from Wood, followed by Ross. Cassidy trying to go in underneath there and getting up into fourth place now at this stage. Then Craig Watt, followed by Tid of Gunnedah. The rider on 61 at the tail of the field is Paul Nielsen. Up the hill comes the leader, a little over a lap to go, and it's still Neil Ashman hanging on out in front. Scott Wood went a little wide there, but it's Ashman the leader from Wood, followed then by Walsh, then Casley from Carr. Behind him is Watt from Kidd, followed by that's Craig Boyce, the 325, is Primer, and then comes Warren Furnance. But down the hill they go, and the leader is still Neil Ashman. Scott Wood making a final throw at him here as they come up the hill, and Wood's getting a little closer. Will he be able to pin him in the corner? Ashman has got the lead here as they come to the checkered flag. It's Ashman from Wood, followed there by Walsh of Taree. Then comes Caslick from Carr. Out they come. Watson gated well, so too did Gladys. But it's Gladys away here from Watson, followed by Rodney Cahoon. There's another set of blue leathers going up there. Can't pick them at the moment. But it's Watson hooking round the outside there as they go down the hill. And Chris Watson, the current Australian 500cc title holder, has the lead now as they come up the hill here. He's leading away from Graham Gladys, then Dean Rowe. Watson gone very wide there. Dean Rowe sitting in third place from Cahoon, followed by the 35 and the 35. It's funny how a number misses. That's Pryor. Pryor on the 35. Behind him comes Callanan. And then Carter, and isn't it great to have a Carter back on the circuit again on the solos? But Watson the leader. Watson from Gladys, followed by Rose, Hoon from Pryor, Callanan, Cutter, and the 23 is Barnes. This is event 24 on your program, heat 2 of the 500 AB and selected C graders, and Chris Watson is the leader. One to go on, it's Watson from Gladys, followed by Cahoon, then Dino, behind him is Pryor, followed by Callanan, Barnes, and our last of all is Cutter. Watson still in total control, the checkered flag coming out now. Watson coming to the line, very creditable winner, Watson first. Second place to Gladys, third place goes to Cahoon. Righto, let's have a look at heat 3. Davies out well. Davies away very well in front of Lambourne as they go into the corner. It's Stephen Davies of Wallsend, the leader from Lambourne of Taree. Followed then by John Foreman, it looks like. Then comes, can't pick him at this stage, then Kevin Curtain from Stevens. But it's Stephen Davies, the leader. Davies from Lambourne, followed by Foreman, then Graham Wilson from Stevens, then Ted from Todd Brennan. But Davies the leader, and he has it well and truly in his command, and he hooks beautifully as he comes out of that corner there from John Foreman. Followed then by Graham Baldwin. Lambourne is there. There's Stevens trying to put the pressure on Curtain, but Davies the leader. Davies from Foreman, followed by Baldwin, Stevens, Curtain, Matheson, then Todd Brennan. Behind him is Watt on the 121, and I can't watch the Cessnock rider there, Scott on the 936. But it's Stephen Davies of Wallsend. Up the hill. Oh, he's in trouble. The bike has gone. It's starting to go sick on him. It coughed a couple of smokes of oil there as if something blocked the jet up. He's got one left to go. Davies from Foreman, followed by Baldwin. Into the corner he goes. He's starting to nurse it a little bit now. Davies is nursing the machinery carefully. It's got some blockages in the carburetor. I think he's in trouble. Up the hill he comes. He knows it too. It kicks away again, and Foreman goes underneath him. Foreman, the leader, he's nursed it brilliantly as Davies. He hooks around the outside of Foreman and wins. What a great ride. Davies first. Foreman second. Baldwin third. And Muldoon from Bathurst, followed by Doyle, then Quittenden from Hassan. Coming through quickly there is Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah, followed through by that's Grant Bond. Then behind him is Jeff Lawrence. But look at the pile of sidecars. There is machinery everywhere. Every single where. And they are really going. That's Muldoon, the leader. Muldoon, the leader, away here from Doyle, followed then by Quittenden. Then comes Hassan. Behind him is Woodhead, followed by Grant Bond, then Lawrence. Then Ron Zacher from Mark Eaton, followed there by Stephen Burtis. And at the tail of the field is Bayfield. But it's Kevin Doyle that's gone to the front. Kevin Doyle gone to the front now, leading from Quittenden, followed by Muldoon of Panorama. And then comes Woodhead of Gunnedah from Hassan. He's followed by Grant Bond, then Jeffrey Lawrence, Ron Zacher, Mark Eaton, Steve Burtis. Burtis is into the fence. No, he's hooked away from it. Up the hill they come here, and it's still Kevin Doyle, the leader. Doyle, there's trouble here in the corner. Trouble here, Muldoon just completely wrong. And they all got around him okay. Oh, that was close. But it's Doyle, the leader. Doyle away here from Quittenden, followed by Woodhead. Then Hassan. He's followed by Grant Bond and then Mark Eaton from Jeffrey Lawrence. Behind him is Ron Zacher. But here's the leader barrelling into the pit corner now. Kevin Doyle. Mark Eaton starting to make ground now. Kevin Doyle, the leader. Leading away here from Woodhead. Followed then by Hassan. Then Mark Eaton from Bond. Then Lawrence and Zacher. Then comes Stephen Burtis and Botel at the tail of the field. But the lead rider is still Kevin Doyle. Doyle going well. There's the sand gone wide. Mark Eaton will get up inside him. There's one lap to go. Eaton moves up into third place, but it's still Doyle the leader. Kevin Doyle leading away here from Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah, then Mark Eaton of Mayfield from the sand, followed by Bond, then Jeff Lawrence. Behind him comes Ron Zackham, but the lead rider going down the hill now. And that's Kevin Doyle. The blue overalls belong there to Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah, and right behind him is Mark Eaton starting to power up the hill, but it's Doyle the leader, and he's going to win it. Doyle will be first. Doyle first, round the corner they come, and it's Woodhead second, Eaton third, then the back of him before he can move. Up come the trikes. Away they go. Oh, pretty big field here too, I'll tell you. Handsaker skipped away quickly. The number 4 Hill went out with him, but it's Handsaker the leader, is it, on the 26? Oh, and he's gone wide. There's been a change here. Now let's have a look as they come up the hill here, and we'll sort them out. There's a great heap of trikes there. One in trouble too. They've got around him okay. Now let's have a look at the leader. As he comes around here, it's Handsaker on the 26, followed by Sherritt. Then the 61 coming into the picture there is Kearney. Handsaker the leader from Sherritt, followed by Kearney. They're 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. Handsaker handles himself very, very well on these trikes, and he's showing you just how it should be done now. Up the hill he comes towards the pit gates, and it's Handsaker the leader. Handsaker away from Sherritt, trying hard to get to him. Not making much impression though, and then the 61 of, let's have a look who that is, that's Carney. That's Carney on the 61. .35 is not in there, of course, that's Houston. However, let's have a look at the leader. This is still Handsaker. Handsaker followed then by Sherritt, then Carney, the 22 and the 4. The 22 is up there in front of Hill on the 4. Then the next one coming along here is Carter on the 50. Then comes the rider on the 35. The number 11 in trouble is Lawrence. But the checkered flag is coming out now, and it's a good win to Handsaker. He knows his way around here. Oh, geez, he's just got to get to the line. No! Sherritt got up and beat him right on the line. Sherritt got up right on the line to beat Handsaker. Sherritt was first. Sherritt came home with a rush as Handsaker suffered some problems, and we'll check them officially. Out they come. Final. Boyce gets away reasonably well. There's young Glenn Punch that's gone out well, so someone obviously loaned him a water pump for his machinery, and it's Glenn Punch the leader. That's Craig Boyce sitting in third place at the moment, the current Australian 125cc champion. Up the hill they come, and is that that's Rodney Cahoon sitting in second spot at the moment. It's Glenn Punch the leader. Punch the leader now. Boyce is gone. That's Cahoon sitting there, followed then by Martin Doherty. Now there's something gone wrong with young Boyce's machinery, and that's bad luck indeed. The lad is the current Australian 125cc champion, but the leader is Glenn Punch of Raymond Terrace, followed by Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta City. Then comes the 151 of Martin Doherty of Wall's End. Down the straightaway goes Punch, followed by Cahoon, then Doherty. And we're looking at event 28, the 125cc A, B and C grade final. And there's Cahoon trying to talk young Punch into going out wide. Cahoon getting out after him now. Great tussle going on up front here, but still young Glenn Punch hangs on. Couple of fine young junior lads these. Glenn Punch the leader here from Rodney Cahoon, followed by Martin Doherty, then comes Searle. But keep an eye on the leaders here. This is where the interest is. There goes Cahoon up to him and around him here as they come into the corner. And Rodney Cahoon takes up the running now with a little over a lap to go. It's Cahoon the leader from Punch, followed by Doherty, then coming Searle from 21, then Michael Poole from Islet. But down the hill, and it's Rod Cahoon of Parramatta who's got the lead now. Cahoon the leader as they come up the long hill here. And Cahoon had a quick look back. He dives into the pit corner. He'll come to the checkered flag, a winner of the 125cc final. Rodney Cahoon first. Glenn Punch second. Third place will go to Martin Doherty, then Searle. Then came Michael Poole, but it's all over. Up they come. David Griffin got away well, so did Todd Wiltshire. And it's Wiltshire the leader. As he goes into the corner, he gated beautifully, followed by David Griffin and then Lee Watling. There's Paul Oh, there's a rider down. Youngster fell, he's all right though. He'll be up and underway again shortly, but the leader is Todd Wiltshire from David Griffin, followed there by Lee Watling, then Paul Chokolowski. Then comes Glenn Foreman from Jamie Nolan, followed by Biggs. Todd Wiltshire the leader. Second place held down by David Griffin of Raymond Terrace, then Lee Watling of Wallsend. He's followed by Paul Chokolowski of Wallsend. Then behind him Glenn Foreman. Wiltshire leads. Wiltshire leads Griffin. Then Watling. Then Chokolowski from Foreman. Then Ryan from Beggs, 35. The rider on 35 in this particular event is Gleeson. And the little bloke that fell here is Hardy on 72, and he's up and going again. One to go for Todd Wiltshire, David Griffin, Lee Watling, Paul Chokolowski, then Glenn Foreman. Wiltshire first, Griffin second, Watling third, Chokolowski fourth, Glenn Foreman fifth, Jamie Nolan. Then came 35 and 102, the 145.80, the official time as we have a look at Heat 1 of the 250cc A, B and C grade. Todd Brennan out very, very quickly from the inside of the trap, and Brennan of St George goes into the lead in front of Gleeson, followed there by Orish. No, Orish was pushed back there a place. That's Martin Doherty, moved up into third spot at the moment from the fawn leathers of Orish, but up the hill comes the leader, and this is Todd Brennan. Todd Brennan, the rider from St George, leading into the corner from Gleeson of Raymond Terrace, followed by Martin Doherty of Wallsend, John Orish. 653, is it? That's Veeb. Veeb on the 663. Up the hill they come. Todd Brennan. On the 20, leading away from Gleeson. Followed then by the 151. John Orish from Veeb. He's followed there by the 56 of Etheridge. Down the hill into the left-hander at the forest corner there. And it's still Todd Brennan, the leader. Todd Brennan from Gleeson on the 41, a similar distance then to Martin Doherty, who's improved out of sight, this lad. Then comes 71, that's Clough, followed by Orish, then Veeb. And 6 going past us in last place is Gooch. Checkered flag will be out on this occasion, and Todd Brennan, this youngster from St George, very competent performer, this boy. He's got to be upgraded soon, I'd say. And it's Brennan from Gleeson, followed by Doherty, then coming Clough on the 71 from Boyce, then Beeb.
And them two won it.
Oh, right.
Miles out. And we got second and he was 83 miles. That was what he said.
Right. Trouble here? No, they've got out of it okay. Let's have a look. We're having a look at Heat 2 of the 250cc. Second heat. Now let's have, oh, there's some jumping and oh, there's right over the top. Well, that's Foreman, the leader. Let's have a look at this rider that's down. He's okay. Craig Brown skips away again, and Brownie must have got one hell of a shock, but right over the top he went. And they're quite okay, both of them. Well, that's an absolute miracle. The rider on 391 it was that fell, and that's Duncan McElveen. Most unusual to him to fall, but here's the leader, John Foreman. John Foreman away from Kerry Cullen, followed by Rod Cahoon. Then came the 470, and that's Searle from the 7, and that's Cox. Foreman the leader, Foreman away here from Cullen, then Rod Cahoon, then Searle, followed by Hanson, Cox, then Craig Brown, and the rider on 139 is Hassel, and away goes McElveen again. Checkered flag is up. Very, very calm and confident win here by John Foreman. John Foreman on the 28. From Kerry Cullen on the 100, Rod Cahoon on the 128, Searle on the 470, then Hanson on the 78, 7, Craig Brown on the 117, 2. Up we go now for Heat 3 of the 2. And there's some scrambling going on there, I'll tell you, with Biggs really diving into the corner and hanging on too as they went into that corner there. That's Biggs, the leader. Biggs from Curtin lying in third place at the moment, but Biggs is under challenge now as they come up the hill here from Graham Gladys. Biggs, the leader from Gladys, followed by Curtin. There's a rider right around the outside, and that's Craig Boyce. Craig Boyce of Parramatta City on the slider there, which is a little bit unusual to see him sitting there on a slider. But he's sitting in fourth spot at the moment. However, the leader is still Biggs. Biggs away here from Gladys, followed by Curtin. Then comes Craig Boyce of Parramatta. Then Searle behind him. But gee, there's plenty of packing up going on here. But still Biggs the leader. That's Rory Cahoon. Leon Wood going past Cahoon. Rory O'Hara at least in the green and white. But down the hill goes the leader, and this is Biggs. Biggs away here from Gladys of Raymond Terrace. There's young Craig Boyce got into third place now in front of Kevin Curtin. Then coming Searle. Behind him is Leon Wood of the Upper Hunter. But down here with 1 lap to go, and Gladys has gone up to take up the running now from Biggs in second place. There goes Craig Boyce trying to run on the outside of them. Curtin hooks inside him again, and Boyce is forced to drive hard at it here as they go into the corner. Boyce hanging on to third place as they come up the hill here. Curtin at him, but it's Gladys now the leader. Gladys from Biggs, followed by Boyce having a mighty throw at him here. Boyce around the outside, and it's Gladys from Boyce. Gladys, Boyce, Biggs, Curtin. 155.54. 250cc A, B and C grade. That's Paul Kaslik, who skipped away there very, very quickly. Kaslik taken up the running, opened up an enormous gap here very early. Kaslik leading, coming up the hill. Into the corner, Paul Kaslik. Sitting there in second place is the 19 and 32. The 19 ridden by Joanne Cox and the 32 ridden by Fitzpatrick. Now Joanne Cox, the young lady in this event, and she's really showing some of the boys how it should be done. But it's Kaslik, the leader, from Joanne Cox coming up the hill there. Then the nine, is it, I think, of Punch sitting in... no, it's the 32 sitting there. 32. That's Fitzpatrick from the 8. And that's Rumble. Kaslik, the leader, Joanne Cox. Then the 32, ridden by Fitzpatrick. Then Rumble is behind him. But with 1 lap to go, Paul Kaslik has a comfortable lead. Kaslik from Joanne Cox doing it well here too. Clifford Schaefer going past us then, and behind Schaefer the rider on 103 is Gill, but it's Kaslik the leader from Cox, followed by the 32 of Fitzpatrick. And up the hill comes Joanne Cox. She's hung on to second place. That's Kaslik first. Joanne Cox, the young lady, hanging in there in second spot at the moment. Round the corner she comes, and she's done it well. Cox second, third place goes to Fitzpatrick. .72 is Rowe as they go down the hill here. 16 is Fitzpatrick. We're looking at Heat 5, Event 34 of the 250cc A, B and C. Now we've just got to check something out here for a moment. He wasn't an officially programmed starter. Dean Rowe, Etheridge. Then comes the 21, ridden by McMahon. Behind him the 29 of Violet. But it's Rowe the leader. Rowe away here from Etheridge, followed by McMahon and Eilert. There's Eilert going up to McMahon now. McMahon, Eilert, shoulder to shoulder, but it's Eilert that wins out. It's Dean Rowe, the leader, from Etheridge. Followed by McMahon. The rider on the 53 there is Starkey, young Starkey. No change. Dean Rowe still a very comfortable leader there. He's got it well under control, has Dean Rowe. Rowe from Etheridge, followed by McMahon, then Eilert on the 29, and they're the 4. That's Starkey finishing now. And it's for Newcastle Central Lions. Out of the gate very quickly, followed out by Mark Eaton here in the 1000cc final. This is the Le Mans final, and it's Grant Bond. Bond away here from Eaton, followed by Woodhead, then Jeffrey Lawrence. Behind him comes Zacher, and last of all is Hassan. Up the hill they come. And by gee, Bond actually went away from Eaton there as they came up the hill, but Eaton ducking around inside Bond. Oh boy, there was some cutting there. Man alive, young Gavenlock got a good decent old clout on the inside, but he hung on nicely there. And it's now Mark Eaton the leader. Eaton away here from Bond, followed by Woodhead, then coming, that's Jeffrey Lawrence. Second last now is Ron Zacher, and last of all is Hassan. But up the hill, the leader is Mark Eaton. Eaton the leader. From Bond. Lawrence, Zacher and Hassan. Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne. That's Grant Bond and Gap. Oh, he dived in there, ducked in. That sidecar had dug in actually as he went to come out of the corner, and he was lucky to hold on to that. but it's Eden from Bond, followed by Woodhead, then Lawrence. Probably needs just a wheel that's a little bit wider, I'd say, because it'll really dig in here. No, there goes Woodhead up in underneath him. Bond comes back in again, but Woodhead up into second place, Bond after him. But no, they both had the same amount of power up there. Woodhead gone wide, Bond ducking back inside. Can't get to him, then Jeffrey Lawrence, followed by Zacco and Hassan. But the leader is Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton from Woodhead. No wonder these fellas are on the back mark at the moment of the King of the Hunter, or at least the King of the Hunter NIB Travel Sidecar Series. Eaton, Woodhead, Lawrence, then out go the Trikes, round one, heat one. 35, the leader as they go down there, and that's Houston. Followed by Handsaker, is it, in the 26. Handsaker out after, oh, and he went a little wide. Oh, he got hairy there. Oh, and Houston really put the cleaner through him in that corner. And Houston, the leader there from Handsaker. Handsaker thought he would take him, but Houston had other ideas about it. He's gone very wide now, but nevertheless, he's hanging on nicely from Handsaker, followed by the 61 of Carney. Then coming the 22, and at the tail of the field is Carter. There it is. Handsaker's gone to the front. Oh, he drives it hard. Handsaker the leader now. Handsaker from Houston as they come into the pit corner. Handsaker still got a slight advantage over Houston, followed by Carney, then the rider on 22, and 50 is Carter. No change, still Handsaker the leader. Little over a lap to go. Carter's in trouble. He's out of it now. Handsaker, Houston, Carney, then 22. Carter underway again. But Handsaker's cleared away completely and utterly. Checkered flag, Handsaker first. Second place will go to Carney, then 35, 159.42, as we have a look at round one, heat two of the over 200cc Trikes. Well, 74 away well, and that's McEwen, followed out by the 80 of Sherritt. There's a rider going for the doctor. He's gone though, he's left the track completely. Hooks back on again, and still McEwen the leader now. He's had a great day, this fellow, and he skipped right away from them here too. McEwen leading away here as they come around the corner from 30.97. That's Byrne, I think, then 8.30. 97 is Byrne, 8.30 is Baldwin. McEwen, Byrne and Baldwin in that order. McEwen, Byrne and Baldwin, 1, 2 and 3. The rest of them tailed right off. The 80, oh man alive, there's a heavy crash there for the rider of 30. Man, he really tore in there. That was O'Carroll. We better get the ambulance over. We'll keep an eye on what's happening here. The red flag will go out. Stand back, please. Will you not touch him? Don't touch him till the ambulance arrives. There might be something wrong. I've seen riders have a rib put through a lung doing that. Please, I know how you feel. I really understand your feelings. Thanks very much indeed for not touching him. But that was indeed a very, very heavy crash. He was hurled into the fence possible rib damage there, and they're away in the rerun. McEwen gets away well from Baldwin, followed by Sheraton Byrne, and then at the tail of the field a rider on 4, and that's Hill. Down the hill they go, and Baldwin hooking in there to tail on to McEwen. Baldwin gone very wide on that occasion, and up the hill comes McEwen now, a clear leader in this rerun of the Trike event. McEwen the leader on the 74, followed by Baldwin, then Byrne on the 97, who's followed by Sherrod on 80 and Hill on the 4. And don't worry, these Trikes are going as quickly as most of them go, and the times recorded by them pretty smart. And up the hill comes McEwen. He's had a great day today, this fellow. And McEwen leads here from Baldwin. Oh, it almost turned it inside out, Baldwin did, coming round that corner. Followed by Byrne on the 97, and then Sherrod on the 80, and they're followed by Hill on the 4. Still no change. Oh, Baldwin hiked the wheel there. He lost control. No, hung onto it again. Came back onto the circuit there in front of the other rider, but clear enough anyway. And still with one to go here now, it's McEwen. McEwen the leader, Baldwin up in the centre, wide out here is Byrne. Oh, man alive, Byrne came out very wide there. Sheraton Hill at the tail, but Baldwin has gone up, still hanging on to second place here. McEwen gone away. McEwen here from Baldwin, followed by Byrne. Up the hill they come, and that's about the way they're going to finish, I'd say. That's the way they're going to finish. McEwen will be first. Baldwin second. Third place will go to Byrne. McEwen. Go there racing. Neil Ashman out in front of Davies, followed there by Gladys. Into the corner they go, and it's Ashman the leader. Stephen Davies going up round the outside, ducking in underneath Graham Gladys there to move into second place, followed by Watson. Round the corner they go, and up the hill comes the leader. And this is Neil Ashman of Cessnock. Ashman leading away here from Davies, followed by Watson. Into the corner they go, and it's Ashman, Davies, Watson, then followed by Neil Ashman, still the leader from Stephen Davies. A similar distance back to Chris Watson, followed there by John Foreman. Watson's gone. Yes, they've missed him. Magic riding there by Foreman. Oh, great reflex action by John Foreman. And still the leader, Neil Ashman. Ashman away here from Davies, followed there by Gladys, then Scott Wood from Baldwin. Behind him is Casley, Foreman, Lambourne. No change. Ashman the leader. Ashman leading. Stephen Davies in second place. Davies having a go at him as they come up the hill now. But it's Ashman from Davies, followed there by Gladys, then coming Baldwin behind him, Scott Wood of Wagga. There's Davies up on the inside of Ashman, shoulder to shoulder down the straightaway. Davies on the inside, takes up the running now, he's gone wide. Ashman hooks back inside him. Davies has gone wide and allowed Ashman back on the inside. There's Gladys. Forget about the rest of them, watch these two kids up front. And it's Ashman the leader from Davies as they come into the corner with a little over a lap to go. Neil Ashman of Cessnock, Stephen Davies of Wall's End. Ashman, Davies, oh, and Davies powered on with a great wheel stand down the straightaway. Ashman, Davies, what excitement. You wouldn't see better stuff than this if you went for 1,000 miles. Ashman of Cessnock, Davies of Wall's End, two great young talents. Up the hill they come. What a beauty this is. Ashman into the corner, checkered flag coming out. Ashman, Davies, Davies as they come to the line, it's Ashman. Davies first, second, then Gladys from Casley, followed by Scott, then John Foreman, a magic performance. 24 Ashman, 96 Davies, 57 was Gladys, then 18 Paul Caslick, then came 314 Scott Wood. The official time, 2 minutes 17.20, the official time. 2:17.20, the official time. Now let's have a look at the 500cc sidecar. And it's a straight out final with, that's Grant Bond out in front. Grant Bond, followed by Crittenden, then Zacher from the 177 of Muldoon and Motel at the tail. But it's Bond the leader. Bond away here from Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah. Woodhead will peg away at him slowly but surely. A most relentless rider, this fellow. Never knows when to give up. But it's young Grant Bond the leader. Bond, Woodhead, Crittenden, then Zacher, followed by Muldoon and Botel at the tail of the field. Grant Bond still the leader, Darrell Woodhead getting to him, and he's slowly but surely pitting him back, but Bond skips away again. Bond, Woodhead, Zacher, Crittenden, then the 177 of Muldoon of Panorama, 29 of Botel. Up the hill they come, and slowly but surely we find that Woodhead is getting a little bit closer, but Bond seems to have enough in hand. Bond, Woodhead, Zacher, Crittenden, then Muldoon, and Motel. No change, Grant Bond the leader, then Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah. The checkered flag coming out now on this final of the 500cc will go to Grant Bond. Grant Bond first, then Darrell Woodhead, followed home by Ron Zacher Jr., then Crittenden. Behind him is Muldoon of Panorama, and then comes Botel of Maitland. Go their way. Wiltshire up well. Going with him was Lee Watling, and following him was David Griffin of Raymond Terrace. But it's Todd Wiltshire the leader. That's Lee Watling up with him. Let's have a look. There's a change there in that third place. Let's have a look who's sitting in. That's 102. That's young Ben sitting in first place. Then David Griffin from Nolan, followed by Glenn Foreman, 170 of Hardy, and the 300 of Blair. Wiltshire leading. Wiltshire, Watling. Sitting in third place there. Jamie Nolan trying hard to get up underneath David Griffin there, but Griffo won't have any of that. He's hanging on. So we've got Wiltshire, Watling, then Beggs, followed by David Griffin. Griffin starting to put the pressure on Beggs now. He wants that third place, does Griffin. One to go on, it's Wiltshire. Wiltshire, Watling. Going up the Beggs here now. That's persistent riding by Griffin. I think he's got him pinned, yes. He's pinned Beggs, and they went into the corner, moved into third place. Jamie Nolan sitting in fifth spot at the moment, and then coming Glenn Foreman. But here's the checkered flag. And another great win here to the Australian title holder, Todd Wiltshire. From Lee Watling, followed by David Griffin, then Beggs, from Nolan, then... This is the first heat of the Scorer Bullion Traders 500cc King of the Hunter, and away they go. Watson out, followed out by Kaslik. As they go into the corner now, it's Kaslik on the inside of Watson. By gee, there was a bit of a touch there, but Watson the leader. Watson away here from Kaslik, followed by Stevens. Then is that Mappison or O'Hara? There's a rider in trouble there. No, he got out of it nicely. But round the corner comes the leader, and this is Watson. Watson from Castle, followed by Stevens, then Mappison, followed by Gleeson, then Boyce, and 372 is Searle. This is the Scorer Bullion, King of the Hunter Series, Heat 1. Now out of this, we'll get riders to go into the final. And the highest point scorers will go into the final 12 on the day. And it's Watson the leader. Chris Watson, followed by Casley. Then comes Stevens. Behind him, Mappison from Gleeson in the red leathers. And Searle. And then Graham Gladys now at the tail of the field. Chris Watson of Wall's End. His clubmate Paul Caslick of Wall's End. Then Stevens of Raymond Terrace. Mappison of Gunnedah. Gleeson of Raymond Terrace. Gleeson's in trouble. It's locked up on him. It's locked up on him. Oh, bad luck indeed. And Gleeson threw away some very valuable points there. And they say Boyce and Searle said thank you very much. But it's Christopher Watson, returned this morning, 10:30 a.m. at Mascot from England. Watson, Caslick, 44 is Stevens, then 76 Mappison, 46 is Boyce, 372 Searle, 41 Gleeson. Second heat of the King of the Hunter. The Scorer Bullion Traders, 500cc, and out they go. Going with him too was Walsh of Taree, then Lambourne, Stephen Davies up there. They're squeezed up in the corner there though, and it's Foreman the leader. Foreman away here from Lambourne, followed by Orish. Then coming a rider, who's that? Craig Hansen, is it? Then Stephen Davies. Davies got the split there and went up between the two of them to move into third place. But the leader now is still Johnny Foreman. Foreman followed here by Lambourne, then Davies, Hansen from Walsh, followed by Orish, then Curtain. The rider with the black leather, the black jacket and white helmet of Gunnedah is Tid. 72 at the tail of the field is Dean Rowe. But it's Johnny Foreman the leader. From Lambourne of Taree, John Foreman, then Lambourne from Davies, followed by Henson, Orish of Raymond Terrace, Kevin Curtin. Curtin going underneath Orish, then Tid, and behind him is Dean Rowe. John Foreman the leader. Foreman, Lambourne, Davies. Now there's some pretty clued up riding going on here. Now these are the heats that enable you to get through to the final. And they're all settled down into a pretty much of a pattern here, and not one of them are really powering it on at all, because they realise that if they qualify for today's final, that's what it's all about. That's Foreman, a good win from Lambourne, followed by Davies. Then coming Hansen from Walsh, Curtain, Orish, then Ian Tid, and last over the line on this occasion was Dean Rowe. Out they go. Out they go. Ashman away quickly from Michael Poole, followed by Baldwin. Todd Brennan was quick to move too, but it's Neil Ashman of Cessnock away from Michael Poole of Parramatta, followed by Graham Baldwin. Then immediately behind him in the red leathers, I can't pick him, I think that's then Todd Brennan. Wait until we pick them up coming up the hill. Here's Scott Wood, who got away to a poor start, starting to gain some ground now. But into the corner they come, and it's Neil Ashman of Cessnock, the leader, away here from Michael Poole, followed by Baldwin. Great watch from the Wagga Magpies rider, Scott Wood, and then comes to Jordan, at least of St George, and down the hill they go, and it's still Ashman the leader. Ashman away here, comfortably clear at the moment from Michael Poole of Parramatta, then Graham Baldwin from Craig Watts, Scott Wood trying to get at him, then Todd Jordan, and round the corner Ashman still leading. Ashman from Poole, followed by Baldwin, coming Watt behind him, Jordan. And into the corner, it's still Neil Ashman. Ashman, the youngster from Cessnock, the current New South Wales Speedway champion, leading Michael Poole of Parramatta City. Graham Baldwin of Belmont, followed then by Scott Wood of the Wagga Magpies, who started to make a heap of ground. He's come from about 8th place into 4th posse. He's followed then by Craig Watt with a little over a lap to go, and then Todd Good. Then coming Cara Bankstown, Riley Clark behind him, and then young Etheridge on the 56. Down the hill they go, and Neil Ashman of Cessnock, wearing the red and white halves of Cessnock, doing it out in front of Michael Poole in the blue leathers, yellow helmet. Then Graham Baldwin, he's followed by Scott Wood. The red leathers then belong to Craig Watt. Then comes, oh, there's a change. There's Ashman gone wide. Poole got up to beat him from Baldwin, followed by Wood, then Watt. Behind him was Todd Brennan. Then came Carr of Bankstown, Wiley Park, followed by Etheridge. But semi-final of the 250cc. Semi-final of the 250cc, and it's event number 44 on your program. And the lead rider is John Foreman. Foreman away here from Gleeson it is. I'm sure that's Gleeson sitting in 2nd place. The red flag is out. We've got a rider down up here. I'll pick
4-5 was the first one.
2645. First you get 2 dozen.
2610.
2610 second, you get a dozen. 2676 was third, you get a dozen. Right, they'll be available for you at the bottom of the broadcasting point. Where's my program gone? Where's the program? Oh, I don't know. Probably did. Oh, here it is. I got it. What event are we up to? What event are we running here? What's up? Hello, we've got another red flag. Out they come. Good start too. This is the rerun. That's John Foreman. Got away well again now. And this is still event 44. Is 44, Leslie? 44 it is, thank you. And it's the semi-final number 1 of the 250cc A, B and C grade. First 6 will go forward. Now John Foreman, the leader. Been having a good day here today, has Johnny. Then 128 is Rod Cahoon. There's Boyce, who went high up in the air. That's Todd Brennan in front of Boyce there as they go into the corner. And still it's Foreman, the leader. Foreman leading away from Cahoon, followed by Todd Brennan, and then young Craig Boyce. Behind him is Graham Gladys. Up the hill comes the leader. This is John Foreman. Foreman, Cahoon, Brennan, Boyce, Gladys, Gleeson, Kerry Cullen, and then Clough at the tail of the field. No change, still John Foreman the leader. John Foreman away from Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta City, Todd Brennan of St George, then Graham Gladys. Where's Boyce gone? Oh, there he is down there. He must have dropped it in the corner. But it's Foreman the leader with 1 to go. From Rodney Cahoon, followed by Todd Brennan, then coming Gladys from Gleeson. Behind him was Cullen. Then coming the 71 of Clough at the tail of the field. Checkered flag is out and John Foreman will come home to greet it. A very good winner. Foreman first, Cahoon second. Brennan will be third. Then coming Gladys, followed home by Gleeson. Then Kerry Cullen on the 100. Semi-final number 2 and out they come. Well, Kevin Curtin gating well. He hasn't been on the circuit for quite some time, has Curtin. He gave it away and now he's come back again. And that's Kaslik now that's taken up the running. Curtin has dropped back into 4th spot at the moment. and it'll take him a little while to get back into the action. The very comfortable rider is Kevin Curtin. He sits back very comfortably, but that's Kaslik away from Dean Rowe, followed there by Big. In the 84. Kaslik the leader. Paul Kaslik of Wall's End. From Dean Rowe of Raymond Terrace, followed then by Beggs. Behind him is Curtin. Then the rider sitting very tall in the saddle here is young Etheridge, followed by 21. 29 is Islet. 19 is Joanne Cox. And Kaslik leading. Kaslik coming up the hill. He'll get the one to go flag here. Dean Rowe still in second place, followed by Beggs, and behind him is Curtin. Then comes Etheridge from the 29 of Islet, the 21 of McMahon, the 32 of Fitzpatrick, then the 8 and Joanne Cox on the 19. Down the hill, young Kaslik has it completely in control. Paul Kaslik of Wall's End. Kaslik first, Rowe second, Beggs third, Curtin fourth, then came Etheridge from Islet, followed by McMahon. Let's have a look at the NIB Travel 1000cc King of the Hunter Series. Brought to you by... Oh, and gee, I thought Doyle had gone. Oh, man alive, I thought he'd rolled it over there. But Doyle... hammered down the straightaway and he's gone to the lead. Doyle away here from Stephen Burtis. Followed by, let's have a look, hard to pick up there, Hassan it is. Hassan from Mark Eaton. Up the hill they come and it's Doyle the leader. Doyle from Burtis, there's Eaton coming into the picture now. Oh, and he was forced to back off pretty quickly there, but it's Doyle the leader. Doyle from Burtis. Followed by Mark Eaton, the third place, then Hassan from Zaka, followed by Muldoon, and this is the first heat of the NIB Travel 1000cc Sidecar Series. And that's Kevin Doyle, the leader. Doyle from Burtis. Now what, Burtis will try and block any run by Eaton here. Now this is a clever bit of riding here. A very clever piece of riding here. They're blocking up the circuit, but there's Eaton coming up at the inside. They've got every right to do that. They've got the line. There's Burtis still hanging on, and Eaton almost let go there as his hand came off the handlebars. But Doyle the leader. Doyle away here from Burtis, followed by Eaton. And they're holding him up. Burtis covering most of the outside of the track. Doyle the inside. There's Eaton coming through on the inside now. Couldn't quite get to it. One lap to go. Kevin Doyle. Kevin Doyle, the leader. From Stephen Burtis, followed by Mark Eaton. They're 1, 2 and 3. Remember, the highest point scorers get through to the final. None of them keen to win here. No, Eaton's quite happy with that. They're both covering well. Oh, there's trouble. Eaton's going to come up on the inside of both of them. Oh, I'd give it a Doyle in front of Eaton. Out they go. Woodhead, Lawrence, Bond, then Botel. Woodhead, Lawrence and Bond in that order. Can't envisage any change here. These three guys will be happy in that situation. That will get them through to the final today. And that's where the big points start, in the final. No change. Still, we've got Darryl Woodhead of Gunnedah in front of Jeffrey Lawrence of Raymond Terrace, and then Grant Bond of Raymond Terrace. They're 1, 2 and 3. Woodhead, Lawrence, Bond, Botel, Woodhead, Lawrence, Bond and Botel. Darrell Woodhead of Gunnedah, still the leader. No change at all. Coming up the hill for the last time in this event, still Darrell Woodhead from Jeff Lawrence. Woodhead first, Lawrence second, Bond in third place. Then comes Botel in fourth position. So over the line they went, and it was 71 Woodhead, 16 Bond, at least Lawrence, 27 Bond and 229 Botel. The official time for the winner, 2:02.73, Travel and the Coca-Cola Juniors. Well, Michael Poole and Neil Ashman skip away on this occasion. As they come out of the gate, it's Poole that's leading. Poole leading away here now from Ashman, followed there by John Orish. Into the corner, down the bottom they go, and up the hill comes Michael Poole, the leader, from Neil Ashman. Moving into third place there now is Scott Wood, the rider from the Wagga Magpies. He's followed by John Orish. Behind him is Craig Watt, then Carr, Graham Baldwin behind him, and then Kevin Curtain. But the leader is Michael Poole of Parramatta City, Neil Ashman of Cessnock, then Scott Wood of Wagga. The yellowy coloured leathers belong to John Orish, and the red then belong to Craig Watt. Immediately behind him is Graham Baldwin. Sitting in the hot seat at the moment is Baldwin. He's sitting in sixth position at the moment, and that's the one that counts. Carr is behind him, followed by Curtain, then Walsh, and at the tail of the field is Ian Tidd. But it's Graham Baldwin in the hot seat at this stage. He's sitting in sixth position at the moment, and he's quite happy and content to sit there. That will get him through to the final. He'll let the others chop and change. No, he's decided have a go for it. He makes himself a little safer here. One to go, and it's still Poole away from Ashman, followed by Wood, then Baldwin, Watt, followed by Orish. Then comes the Bankstown Wiley Park rider Carr. He's followed by Curtain, then Tidd. At the tail of the field, that's Walsh that's second last, the rider from Taree. But here's the leader. The checkered flag will come out now, and it's Michael Poole. Michael Poole of Parramatta City, followed by Neil Ashman, then Scott Wood of Wagga, from Graham Baldwin, then Craig Watt, John Orish, then Carr, from Curtain, Walt. 147.89 for the second semi-final of the Scorer Bullion Traders King of the Hunter. And now we have round 3 of the under 200 trikes. 61 away well there. That's Carney. He's been doing pretty well today. Carney skipping away there from Lawrence, is it, on the 11? I'll just check that out as they come past me again. Once they come underneath this tree here, it's a bit awkward to pick them up. However, that's Carney the leader. There's no doubt about that. Carney leading away from the 22, then the 4 of Hill, followed by the 80 of Sherritt, and the 35 is Houston. '61, Carney the leader. There's Sherritt trying to make ground. Very tall rider is Sherritt. But it's Carney the leader from 22, followed by Hill and Sherritt. Then the 35 of Houston at the tail of the field. No change. They've settled down into a pretty solid pattern here. There's Sherritt trying hard to gain a place there as they come up the hill. He does so too. Came into that corner very well, but he's lost it again. No, he's got it back. So it's leading away here from the 22. Then Sherritt going up to try and make an additional place here. He's sitting in third spot at the moment. Then Hill is behind him on the 4. Up the hill they come. Checkered flag out on this occasion, and Carney's still the leader. Carney away from 22, and then Sherritt on the 80, followed by Hill on the 4. But Carney first, 22 second, Sherritt third, then Hill in fourth spot. Now we go to event 51, which is heat 1 of the B and C grade. Well, Tid of Gunnedah out from Walsh, who's gone a bit wide there. He managed to hook back inside though, did Walsh, the rider from Taree. And it's Tid the leader. This is Ian Tid leading away here from Kevin Walsh. Up the hill they come. Tid the leader, Kevin Walsh of Taree. He's been out of the saddle for quite a while as Kevin Walsh too, making a comeback. Followed by the 100 of Cullen, the 149 of Callanan. Then comes the 8 of Rumble. That's Rumble, quite a famous racing name from Dungog. Still it's Ian Tid of Gunnedah. Walsh right on his hammer here. Walsh coming round the outside of him now, takes up the running. Kerry Cullen still sitting in third place from Callanan, followed by Rumble. The rider on 91 is Somerville. No change, Kevin Walsh of Taree the leader. One lap to go, and it's Walsh away here from Tid, followed by Cullen, then coming Callanan. Down the hill, and the leader starting to feel a bit comfortable about it now. Walsh first, Tid second, Cullen third, Walsh, Tid and Cullen. 149 Callanan, 8 is Somerville, 107 over the line. But the 4 we wanted were Walsh on 48, Tid on 136, 100 Kerry Cullen, and 149 Callanan. The time for the winner, 153.43. 153.43 as we have a look at heat 2. Jesus. 94 gets away very well, and this is Greg Tid of Gunnedah, followed by his clubmate, that looks like Mappison. Tid of Gunnedah from Mappison of Gunnedah. Up the hill they come, 1 and 2. Followed by Leon Wood of the Upper Hunter. Then 1 and 2 is Cox, and behind him is Rodney Cahoon. Tid is the leader, Tid from Mappison. Followed by Wood, then Cahoon, who started to get a spurt on now. $127 there is ridden by Walker. Well, the two Gunnedah riders having a cut at one another here as they go into the big left-hander there. Up the hill they come, and Tid goes away now. Tid from Mappison. Mappison. There's on the inside of Wood. He's a persistent little rider, is Rod Cahoon. Go, they're away. Stevens bounced out well, Trimmer, followed by Curtain and Biggs. Into the corner they go, and it's Stevens of Raymond Terrace from Curtain of Raymond Terrace. Then Primer behind him in the red leathers, followed by Biggs on the 84. They're 1, 2, 3 and 4 at the moment. Up the hill they come here now, and it's Stevens the leader. Stevens leading away here now from Curtain, followed by Primer and Biggs. Nelson trying hard to get up there underneath them to go into fifth spot at the moment. Nielsen sets sail after Biggs now as they go down the hill. But it's still Stevens the leader. Stevens from Curtain, followed by Primer. Then the 84 of Biggs, followed by Nielsen. But the first four have really sorted themselves out here in this one, and they're not under any challenge at all. And the first four at the moment are Stevens, Curtin, Primer and Biggs. Rider down there, but he's all right. Stevens of Raymond Terrace, Curtin of Raymond Terrace, Primer of Wall's End, and round they come to the checkered flag. And it's Stevens first, 25 Primer and 84 Biggs. The official time for the winner, 1:53.26. Followed by Hanson, that's Lambourne going up there quickly too. He moved into second place there as they went into the corner. But Watt skips away here now. Watt away from Lambourne of Taree, Watt of Raymond Terrace. Lambourne, the Taree rider. Looks like Hanson sitting in third place at the moment. And it's Lambourne from Pryor on the 35. Watt the leader. Here he comes, starting to come up the hill. A very, very clear leader at the moment, Watt. Doing it well. Into the pit corner he comes. Round the corner, down the straightaway. Watt away from the storm, followed by Wilson, then Carr. There before. One lap to go here, and Watt still has a very comfortable lead from Lambourne, under challenge now by Hanson, followed by Carr and then Pryor. 2:39 is Ron Unicum, 9:36 is Scott of Cessnock. Craig Watt from Lambourne. Now we come to the 500cc B grade heat 5. The red leathers of Gleeson stick out in front there. Looks like Michael Poole sitting in second place, is it? But it's Gleeson there from Poole as they come up the hill here. Gleeson the leader. Poole going into the corner now. And it's Poole that takes up the lead from Gleeson, followed by Orriston from Clough, followed by Barnes. Then the 550. And who's behind him? I missed him. No change to the lead. Michael Poole of Parramatta City from Greg Gleeson of Raymond Terrace. Followed there by 245 John Orish at Raymond Terrace. 306 is Fernance of Cessnock. Warren Fernance. Behind him is Clough. But with one left to go, Michael Poole has it well and truly sewn up. Although it's never won until a checkered flag goes out. But that's Poole from Gleeson, followed by Orish, then Fernance from Clough, followed by Barnes. The checkered flag will come out here for young Michael Poole. Bang, out they go. Well, Nolan got away well out of the traps. Wiltshire went with him on the inside. There's Watling going through on the inside too, but it's Wiltshire the leader. Wiltshire away from Watling, followed by, let's have a look, that's David Griffin, and then coming Jamie Nolan. But up the hill they come, and it's Wiltshire the leader. This is Todd Wiltshire coming round the corner in front of... oh, there's riders down. Two of them down here. Two down, two locked together there as they came around the corner. Jamie Nolan appears to be one of them. Yes, he's up and okay though. Poor little Jamie, he's hurt himself there. He's away again. He's a goer. But it's Todd Wiltshire, the leader, with one to go. Followed by David Griffin. Then comes Paul Chokolowski, followed by 102 Glenn Foreman on the 54. But the lead rider doing it comfortably, and here's Jamie Nolan up and going again after that fall. Checkered flag is out, and Todd Wiltshire the winner. Out they come. By G, Foreman got away like a rocket. Foreman got away like an absolute rocket, as if he was fired out of a cannon, and it's John Foreman that leads. John Foreman of Raymond Terrace, the leader, as they go down the hill on the first occasion in this 250cc final. Foreman, the leader, from Dean Rowe, his clubmate at Raymond Terrace on the 72. Followed there by Kevin Curtain of Raymond Terrace, Greg Gleeson of Raymond Terrace. Then Terry Cullen of Wallsend, followed by Rod Cahoon of Parramatta City. And there's Curtain up into second place now as he went around the outside of Dean Rowe, but it's still John Foreman, the leader. Foreman leading as they come up the hill here from Kevin Curtain, followed then by Dean Rowe. Behind him comes Greg Gleeson. And then Kerry Cullen sitting there in front of Rod Cahoon, who's followed by Paul Caslick. Then Eggs from Islet and Etheridge at the tail of the field. But Foreman the leader. Foreman skipping away. Curtain sitting in second place. There's Caslick trying desperately to gain a place or two there. But John Foreman is the leader. John Foreman on the 28 from Curtin on the 211. Followed there by Green Row, and there's a forward charge by Paul Caslick. Caslick going up into 4th place now as he went around the outside there of Gleeson. Down the hill they go. Gleeson trying to come back again. Caslick looking to try and get into 3rd place here. And up the hill he comes, but yes, no he won't. He tried to get in underneath there. Dean Rowe, Rowe's gone a bit wide, allowing Caslick through to 3rd place. And that's from Curtin, followed by Caslick, 1, 2 and 3. But it's all over. You can certainly put your glasses down because Johnny Foreman has taken out this final and done it very, very comfortably. He made no bones about it right from the word go. And John Foreman is the winner. Check them down. Oh, sorry. 28 Foreman, 211 Curtin, 18 Caslick and 72 Rowe. Right there away. Lee Watling got away well, and Todd Wiltshire from the tail of the field, and this is a pretty tough task for these juniors to come from behind here, but it's Paul Chokolowski leading away here from Jamie Nolan. Chokolowski the leader from Nolan. There's Wiltshire already gained a couple of places as he tries desperately to make up his 50-metre handicap, but Chokolowski the leader as they come around the corner here from Nolan, followed by David Griffin, and then Lee Watling. There's Wiltshire starting to gather them in again too. He's picked off another place. And this Coca-Cola King of the Hunter Series, really a tussle here for these kids. But it's Chokolowski. He's gone. Choco's gone, and that's bad luck indeed. Bad luck, Choco. And it's Nolan the leader. Jamie Nolan leading away here from David Griffin, followed there by... that's Lee Watling. Oh, look at them go. And then Todd Wiltshire. Down the hill they go, and it's Nolan and Cessnock. From Lee Watling of Wall's End. Watling going out after him now. That's Watling now leading from Nolan, followed by Griffin, and then Todd Wiltshire slowly but surely starting to make ground after his 50-metre handicap. And still the leader is Todd, at least Lee Watling. Wiltshire is down. Wiltshire's down. Bad luck. Young Todd dropped it coming out of the corner. Bad luck indeed, and let's get back to the leader here now. This is Lee Watling. Lee Watling of Wall's End, the leader as they come up the hill with 1 to go. David Griffin, Jamie Nolan. Down the corner they go, and it's Lee Watling of Wall's End in this Coca-Cola King of the Hunter Series. Lee Watling of Wall's End and young Todd Wiltshire, the back marker, has fallen. Checkered flag is out, and it's Lee Watling. Lee Watling first, Dave. And 170.
Might have been his footprint. He's held it up. Yes,
away. Not a bad start either under the circumstances, and understand this, they're pretty G'd up here. There's plenty of action going on at the moment. They are really G'd up, and that's Caslick the leader. Caslick leading away here from Craig Watt. There's a rider down. Rider dropped it down in the corner there. He's quite okay though, and it's Caslick the leader. Caslick away here from Watt. Let's have a look who that is. Caslick the leader from Watt, followed by Neil Ashman. Then coming John Foreman behind him. That's Stevens behind Foreman. Watson hasn't made a great deal of ground at the moment. Up the hill they come, and by gee, they're really pouring it on here. And that's Caslick the leader. Caslick the leader here as they come down the straightaway from Watt, followed by Ashman. There's Foreman into the fence from Stevens. Watson is starting to gather them in now. And it's Caslick the leader. Caslick away from Watt, followed there by Ashman. Then behind him is Foreman from Stevens. Watson starting to get up and amongst them there now, and there he goes. He's starting to pick off one after the other here as they come up the hill. He's just behind Stephen Davies, but it's Caslick. Caslick away here. Watson coming from the tail of the field has picked up about 4 riders. Kaslik the leader away from Watt, and he's a surprise back at this boy, followed by Neil Ashman, then John Foreman. Can't pick the next rider, then Watson behind him, and then Scott Wood is there with him too, I believe. But up the hill comes the leader. 1 lap to go from here, and it's Kaslik. Kaslik away here from Watt, followed by Foreman, then Ashman. Then Graham Baldwin going up there. Chris Watson getting close enough to be a danger. There he is there, out at least to get some points for himself. And that's a magic ride from the back mark, but as it was designed, it's really putting the pressure on these top notches, and that's Kaslik the leader, and Kaslik will win. Kaslik takes out today's final from Watt. Now the rider down the hill there is Michael Poole. Michael Poole in the corner, fell, but let's check them officially for you. This is very important because the winner of today's heat cops himself a penalty, a 40-metre penalty. However, no start. Now, red flag is starting at 20 miles an hour. Away they go, and that was a damn good start too. Well now, down into the corner they go in this NIB Travel Sidecar Series, and Bond has already lost an advantage there. And at the moment it's Kevin Doyle the leader. Kevin Doyle away here from Jeffrey Lawrence, followed in 3rd place there by Stephen Burtis. And then comes Grant Bond from Mark Eaton and Darryl Woodhead at the rear. But it's Lawrence that's gone to the lead now. No, he's lost it again as Doyle comes back up to the side. Doyle the leader from Burtis, going up into 2nd place now in front of Lawrence. Burtis from Parramatta City sitting in 2nd place. That's Doyle the leader. Doyle from Burtis, followed by Lawrence. Then the red leathers of Grant Bond, followed by Mark Eaton and then Darryl Woodhead. Up the hill they come, and this is really sorting them out here. There's Lawrence back into 2nd place again. He needs the points, and he needs them desperately too, but it's Doyle the leader. Doyle from Lawrence, followed by Burtis. There goes Mark Eaton up there as he's ducked in underneath Bond now. He gets into a point scoring position, and Bond has dropped to the tail of the field. But it's still Doyle, Kevin Doyle the leader. From Jeffrey Lawrence, only a breath behind him then is Stephen Burtis. Under pressure from Mark Eaton as they come up the hill. There's Eaton getting into it. Doyle is still hanging on there. And they're starting to bunch up here. Anyone could win it from here. But it's still Doyle the leader. Doyle away here from Lawrence, followed by Eaton, then Burtis. Behind him comes Woodhead and Bond in that order. Down the hill they go now through the right-hander, and it's still Kevin Doyle. Kevin Doyle away from Jeff Lawrence, Mark Eaton. Up the hill they come, and there goes Jeffrey Lawrence to take up the running here. Doyle hanging on to him. No, Jeff Lawrence has gone to the front now. He's got 1 lap to go. Lawrence the leader now. Lawrence from Doyle, followed by Eaton. Will Mark Eaton be able to pick them up? No, it's Lawrence the leader. The Raymond Terrace rider's got the breeze in his face, and boy is he making the best of it now. Down the hill he goes. There's Mark Eaton going in underneath Doyle. There's trouble there. Eaton rode right in underneath him there, but they come out of it well. There's Burtis coming up into 3rd place. But it's Jeff Lawrence, the leader and winner. Lawrence takes out the NIB Travel final from Eaton, followed by Burtis. Then came well, what a beauty. And a great performance indeed by the back markers, and particularly Mark Eaton and Alf Osborne. They're determined to stay up in it. And at 16, Jeff Lawrence. 2 is Eaton. 99, Burtis. 51 was Doyle. 71, Woodhead. And 27, Grant Bond, with the time for the winner, 2 minutes 27.65. Semi-final of the 500 million C grade. Out they come. By gee, that was a good even start. Walsh of Kari leads away from Cahoon, followed by Tid as they go into the corner. Walsh has gone very, very wide there, allowing Cahoon to get up and take the running from Tid. Walsh got back to 3rd place now. And the leader is Rodney Cahoon of Parramatta City. Cahoon away here from Ian Tidd, followed by Kevin Walsh, then Barry Mappison, Kevin Curtain. Into the corner they come, and it's Rod Cahoon. From Tidd, Walsh, Mappison, Curtain, double down here in the corner. There's a rider down. Rider has gone down there. That looks like Curtain, is it, that's down? And let's see if he's still out there. No, I'd say he's down. But let's have a look at the leader now. This is Rodney Cahoon. Rod Cahoon of Parramatta, followed by Ian Tidd of Gunnedah. The red flag is out. Red flag is out. About Lakes 28, Curry 10. How did Curry win? Oh, right. Out they come. Stevens bounces away well in this semi-final. Event 61. Stevens the leader. This is the semi-final of the 500B and C grade. Stevens of Raymond Terrace the leader. No change at all. Stevens leading away here from going up there very quickly. And Cullen moves into third place here as they go into the corner. But it's Stevens the leader. Stevens from Callanan, followed by Cullen. With Mappison trying to make some move in the centre of the field there at this stage. But Stevens well and truly has it sewn up here at this moment. Stevens the leader of this semi-final. From Cullen, followed by Tidd. No, that's a rider in front of Tidd there at the moment. That looks like Walsh of Taree in front of Tidd. But Stevens is the leader. Stevens the leader from Cullen, followed by Callanan, then Tidd behind, Walsh behind him from Tidd of Gunnedah, then Mappison. 128 is Cahoon, 94 Tidd, Mappison, and then Leon Wood at the tail of the field. But it's Stevens the leader. Stevens on the 44, away from Cullen on the 100, then Callanan on the 149, followed by Tidd. Then behind him is Rod Cahoon. He's followed there by Walsh, and then Tidd, Mappison and Leon Wood, but it's all over. Stevens first, Cullen second, Callanan third, Tidd fourth, Cahoon fifth, then Walsh from Tidd, Mappison and Wood in that order. Good win there. Good win indeed to Stevens on the 44. Stevens 44, Cullen the 100, Callanan 149, 136 Tidd, 48 Walsh and 94 Tidd. The time for the winner, 154.96, the semi-final number 2 of the 500B and C grade. Craig Watt leads away here from John Orish as they go into the corner, and young Craig Watt has developed into a real surprise packet here. He's had a great season, a great career as a junior, and now appears to be making a really indelible mark on the senior ranks, and he's leading as they come up the hill here. This is Craig Watt of Raymond Terrace, followed by John Orish of Raymond Terrace. Then behind him is Greg Gleeson of Raymond Terrace, Michael Poole of Parramatta, followed by Lambourne of Taree on the 145. But it's Watt the leader, Watt from Orish, followed there by Gleeson, then Poole, Lambourne, Hanson is behind him. Beggs is sitting at the tail of the field at the moment, but it's Craig Watt the leader. Watt from Orish, followed by Poole, Gleeson, Lambourne, then Primer. Primer is the other set of red leathers. Well, it's the third set actually, and lying in the third set position and at the tail of the field is Beggs. But Watt the leader. Semi-final number 2. 1 lap to go. From Poole, now up into second place. Michael Poole into second spot in this semi-final, followed by Orish, then Gleeson, behind him is Lambourne, then Hanson, from Primer and Beggs in that order. Well, don't blow it now, what? Down he comes. Right, he's just got there. Paul came home on the 62 in second place. Then I think it was John Orish on the 245 in third spot. John Orish 245. Then came Gleeson on the 41, the 145 of Lambourne and the 78 of Hanson. 152.41 as the Trikes come out. The over 200cc Trikes round 3. McEwen away again well from Baldwin. McEwen the leader, Baldwin. These are the over 200cc Trikes and it's round 3, heat 1. By G. McEwen skipped right away to a lead. Baldwin has dropped back a little here. And there's a rider certainly applying pressure here. This is Houston on the 35 from Baldwin, followed by Handsaker, the 22, and then Hill at the tail of the field. Down through the right-hander goes McEwen. Leading away here from Houston on the 35. He's followed by Baldwin on the 830. Then comes, who's that? Handsaker. Yes, Handsaker on the 26. But McEwen the leader. McEwen from Houston, followed by Baldwin, then Handsaker, 22, and at the tail of the field, Hill on the 4. Hill the leader, Graham Baldwin hanging on to second place here, under some pressure, but now he's skipping away a little bit. 1 lap to go, and it's McEwen from Baldwin, followed by Houston, then Handsaker, the number 22, and the 4. No doubt in the world about the leader. This McEwen has really done it well today. I doubt if he's been headed on any occasion. And McEwen doing it very comfortably, has almost the length of the back straight there, lead. As he comes around the pit corner, he'll get the checkered flag, and it's all over. McEwen first. Second place to Baldwin. Third place to Houston, fourth place then to Handsaker, then Hill on the 4 and the 22 Handsaker. 4 was Hill and 22 over the line. Last of the time for the winner, 154.45. Out they come. Byrne got away quickly, followed by Sherritt. Then the rider on 185 is Lindsley, but it's Byrne from Sherritt, then Lindsley, Byrne opened up a good early gap here, has a look back. Sherritt sitting in second place, then Lindsley, and they're well spread out here pretty evenly. Byrne, Sherritt, Lindsley, and 61 is Carney. Byrne the leader from Sherritt. The 160 or 185 of Lindsley, and at the tail of the field is Carney. Well, there's Carney made some ground now, and he relegates Lindsley to last place. Lindsley goes to the tail of the field. 1 lap to go from here, and we still have a very, very comfortable leader in Byrne on the 97. 80 is Sherritt, 61, and the 185 is Lindsley. It's all over. Byrne is the winner. 1:57.77, Byrne first. The 97. Second place went to Sherritt on the 86. Pretty well. The Tari rider skipped away well there out of the gate. There was no holding him up. And Lambourne is the leader. Lambourne away here, and there's pretty much a heavy jostling going on there for the miners at the moment, but they've sorted themselves out now. Lambourne of Tari kicks away. Lambourne away here from Gleeson. That's Hanson behind him, I think, by the look of it. And Lambourne the leader from Hanson. Then Gleeson, Stevens, then Tid from Orish and Rodney Cahoon, but it's Lambourne the leader. Lambourne leading away. Michael Poole has got himself up there into second spot at the moment, setting sail up the hill now. He goes after Lambourne. Still in third place is Hanson, followed by Gleeson, and then Watt behind him, but it's Poole having an attack on Lambourne here and going right around him, and it's Michael Poole the leader. Mike Poole now goes into the corner. Lambourne coming back after him, not giving anything away, but Poole has skipped away from him now, and Michael Poole the leader. Lambourne still staying with him there, then Craig Hanson from Gleeson, followed by Stevens. But up the hill they come, and it's the Parramatta City youngster who has the advantage at the moment, and it's Poole the leader. Michael Poole from Lambourne, followed by Hanson, then Stevens from Gleeson, followed by Callan 136. Orish well back in the field, but that's Michael Poole of Parramatta the leader. Mike Poole coming up the hill from Lambourne of Tari. There's one to go here. Mike Poole has this final sail at the moment from Lambourne, followed by Hanson, then coming Stevens and Gleeson. Then the 138 followed by Walsh Orish. But down the hill goes Poole. Only half a lap away now from the checkered flag, and up the hill he comes in this final event of the day. And Michael Poole of Parramatta will take out this 500 B&C grade final. Poole first, Lambourne second, Hanson third, then came Stevens from Gleeson, followed by Tid, then Cahoon, Walsh, Orish. It's a position that he hasn't been used to today, believe me, young Watt. However, a great win there to Michael Poole to wrap up the day. The Parramatta City lad taking out the 500 B&C grade final. In second place, 145 Lambourne, 78 Hanson and 44 Stevens. 2 minutes 17.16, 2 minutes 17.16.